Hello everyone, a very warm greetings to all and welcome back to my channel English Learning once again. In today's session, we are going to learn tenses. Before we proceed, I want all the viewers to like this video and subscribe my channel English Learning. Before we start the detailed explanation, we have to understand the meaning of tense. And with the help of the given definition, we will try to understand what is tense. Tense is the time described by a verb, shown by its grammatical form. Any of the forms of a verb that show the time, continuance, or completion of an action or state that is expressed by the verb. In a very simple language, we can say that tense is something that show or denotes time of an action with the help of verb. So there are different forms of verb, and with the help of those different forms of verb, we understand that what tense is given there in that particular sentence. Now let's have a look on the different types of tenses. So there are three major types of tense: present, past, and future. Now let's have a look on the more different types of tenses here. So as we saw in the previous slide that there are major three different types: present, past, and future. In these three categories, there are more different types, and these different types are common in all three. So these common types are simple, continuous, perfect, and perfect continuous. So that way it makes total 12 tenses, 4 in each. So let's have a look here how 12 tenses are formed. So two voices in tenses. So it is very important to understand that in each tense we can make active and passive, both the voices. Usually we learn tenses in active voice only, not in passive, but here the both voices have been explained well. So first we can see that there are 12 types in active and 8 types in passive. There are 4 types where we do not have any passive. So you can have a look here that 6th, which is continuous future tense, it doesn't have passive voice. And the last 10th, 11th, 12th, perfect continuous present tense, perfect continuous past tense, perfect continuous future tense, these three tenses even don't have passive voice. Now types of sentences can be framed in each tense. There are 6 types of sentences that can be framed in each tense. So which are those 6 types of sentences? As you can see here, first, affirmative, it is called as positive sentence as well. Second sentence is negative. Interrogative positive, which is yes no type of question. It usually starts with helping verb. Now interrogative negative, yes no type, it's again the same, but it is negative. Now WH type question positive, WH type question negative. So these are the 6 types of sentences that can be prepared in each tense, including passive, active as well as passive. Letters stand for here. In upcoming slides, the formulas for each tense is given. So these are the things, these are the letters, and they stand for S for subject, V for verb first form, which is also known as base form or present form. V2, verb's second form, which is past form. Verb 3, V3, verb's third form, which is also called as past participle form. VING, verb with ing, it is also known as present participle form, and O stands for object. Now let's have a look on the first type of tense, which is simple present tense, and this all upcoming slides as well will give you a proper idea that how we can change each tense in active as well as passive voices, and it will give you a proper idea about that each type of sentence how it can be framed either in active or passive. So here first example of simple present tense we can see, which is of positive sentence. So there is a formula given: subject plus verb plus SES plus object. This is the formula for positive sentence of simple present tense. And in the second or the other column, passive voice column, the formula for positive statement of simple present tense is given, which is O plus is MR plus V3 by subject. A very important thing which we need to understand here, that active voice always starts with subject and passive voice always starts with object. The instruction which I am going to give now, it is applicable or common in all other types of tenses also. Each type of tense has its own auxiliary, set of auxiliary, including active and passive. As here you can see, in active, the auxiliaries are used do and does. And in passive, in simple present tense, the auxiliaries are used is, am, are. So here you see second example of second sentence, which is negative. So whenever we are using negative sentence, we are using auxiliaries like do, does with not. Then third example, do, does, subject plus verb plus object. So as it is yes no type question, so yes no type question always starts with auxiliary. So like this, all different types of sentences given: WH type positive, WH type negative, as you all can see here, active voice as well as passive voice, both the columns you can see, and with the help of the given formulas you can try to frame your own sentence. And these different types of auxiliaries are denoting the time of an action, in which particular time the action is taking place. So this particular simple present tense tells us the habit, the person's habit, the daily routine, what you do in your daily routine or in your habitual way. Now simple past tense, even we have active and passive, and here it again denotes past tense, whatever has happened in past, in a very close past. Now the formula is given here for positive, which is subject plus V2 plus object. So this is the only place where verb second form is used. And even in the simple past tense, even there is no place where second form of the verb is used. Instead of using second form of the verb, we have taken here auxiliary did. and it denotes the past tense. It tells us that action has taken place in past tense, very close past, very near past, the past which was very near, very close. Now, the same way I have explained about simple present tense, the rules are applicable here as well, and how we can change active into passive and passive into active. So with the help of these given formulas, you can change this as well, and with the help of given formulas, you can try to frame your own sentences as well. Now, simple future tense, it tells us about future, what is going to happen, what will happen. So here, very easy formula given, and the very important point you all have to remember that in passive voice, only third form of the verb is used, and in active, in some places we have used first form, and there is one place where we have used only second form. Mostly first form and third form is used in active voice, but passive voice we have to use only third form of the verb. So here again 6 types of sentences have been prepared. You all can see with the help of formulas. Now, present continuous tense, it tells us that the work is in progress. Whatever you are doing, for example, right now you are watching my video. So this particular time, whatever you are doing, whatever work is in progress, that will be considered as present continuous tense. So here again some examples. The set of auxiliaries are given here. For active, your set of auxiliaries are is, am, are, and passive again is, am, are, but it is with being. So again the formulas are given. You all can try to take help of these given formulas for framing your own sentences. Now, continuous past tense. Continuous past tense is also telling us about the work in progress, but the work which was progressed in past, not in present. So present will be considered as continuous present tense, and whatever work was in progress in past will be considered as continuous past tense. And here again we have 2 columns, each for active and passive. So here set of auxiliaries are given, was, were for active and was, were again for passive, but here was, were, are with being. And here again third form of the verb given in the second column, which is passive. And active, here again 6 sentences, and passive again we have 6 sentences. So positive, negative, interrogative positive, interrogative negative, and in WH type positive and WH type negative. So each tense, again I am repeating that each tense has 6 different types of sentences. Now the next is continuous future tense. As already it is mentioned that continuous future tense doesn't have passive voice, but it has active voice, and it has auxiliary which is will. And here with will, be is also compulsory and ing form is also compulsory. So ing form of the verb is used in continuous present tense, continuous past tense, continuous future tense, and some more tenses which we are going to see now in the same session. Now perfect present tense. Perfect present tense is something which has 2 auxiliaries here, which is has and have. And here in both active and passive, we have to use third form of the verb. And here again, the format, the rules are explained. So with the help of rules, we can try to make all different 6 types of sentences, whether it is positive, negative, interrogative negative, WH type positive or WH type negative. So it tells us about the time which has taken place, maybe very long back or maybe very close past. It can be both. Now perfect past tense. Here again we have two columns, active and passive. Here we have only one auxiliary, which is had, and it again tells us about past tense. Same way, the way we have seen, it tells us about the past. Simple past tense. It is little different from simple past tense. Simple past tense tells us about very close past tense. Simple future, perfect present is actually something which you have done just now. And perfect past tense is something which you have done something very long back. So again here set of rules are given in active and passive both. So with the help of these rules you can try to frame your own sentences. Now perfect future tense, it has auxiliary will have, and in passive it has will have been. Now again here we have 6 different types of sentences. Now present perfect continuous tense, we have only active voice, no passive here. And active, as you can see, set of auxiliaries, has and have, which is with been, and ing form. When we have ing form with has and have and been, then it is present continuous tense, because has, have, been, that comes in perfect present tense passive voice also. But how we have to identify whether the sentence is present perfect continuous or present perfect tense passive, that we can identify or differentiate by seeing the verb form. If it is in ing form, then it is perfect continuous tense, but if it is in third form, it is passive voice or perfect present tense. Now here we don't have any passive. Here again in past perfect continuous tense we don't have any passive, but we have active, and here the auxiliary is used had. So instead of have, has, as it is given in present form, so here in past we have had. Now the last future perfect continuous tense, here again we have will have, and it is again with been and ing form. So we have to understand the tenses, whether it is active, passive, what type of sentence. We have to see the structure of the sentence, we have to see the framing of the sentence, and accordingly we have to identify whether the sentence is of affirmative, negative, interrogative, WH type, whatever. We have to see the format, we have to see the rules, and we have to try to understand what type of sentence it is, and we have to see the rules, and we have to try to understand whether it is active or passive. And very important part is that we have to always look at the verb form. Auxiliary and verb form together, when we see, it is very easy to understand that which tense or which sentence or which voice is this particular sentence. Now thank you everybody for watching this video.